We all know about Patrick Mahomes. We've heard the voice, we've stood in disbelief following the many highlights, and of course, we've seen the glorious Lombardi trophies he's raised. But how did we get here? How did a kid from Tyler, Texas, become the franchise savior so quickly? Ladies and gentlemen, this is the origin story of your favorite superhero. Before we go any further though, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this and all the latest updates on your Kansas City Chiefs. Pat Mahomes II was born on September 17, 1995 to Pat Mahomes Sr. and Randy Martin. Mahomes' father was a professional baseball player, pitching for 6 different teams during his time in MLB, with his best year coming in 1999 with the New York Mets. He also spent a season in Japan with the Yokohama Bay Stars. It was not unusual to see Pat Sr. bring Jr. into the clubhouse, and seeing that little guy in a jersey is some serious foreshadowing.
Patrick got the chance to, be around a lot of great guys. A-Rod, Derek Jeter, icons of the game. He got to go there and see the way they worked and what they did to prepare themselves, for the games, and he was always a student.
When it came to sports, Patrick II was inevitable. And it didn't matter which sport. Mahomes was a 3-sport phenom in high school, dominating football, basketball, and baseball. After starting to play quarterback as a junior, his senior year was where Pat's potential on the gridiron became obvious.
I don't think we realized how good he was until you're on a field with him and kind of watch some of the plays that he made. We had a really good outside linebacker on our team, and second drive of the game, he comes off the edge and just hits him as hard as he can. And I really remember him just kind of shaking him off. That was the moment I go, like, we're in trouble. Yeah. And then he makes another play where he just kind of spins in a circle and throws a 70-yard touchdown pass.
He got rid of that ball somehow. Unbelievable.
He threw for over 4,600 yards and 50 touchdowns and rushed for over 900 yards and 15 touchdowns. In basketball, he averaged 19 and 8 boards, including 49 and 37 in a regional playoff game. The kid also had crazy handles and could turn opponents into a poster if they slept on him. In baseball, he played outfield and pitcher and threw a 16-strikeout no-hitter with a fastball that reportedly topped out at 93 miles per hour. Although he committed to Texas Tech to play football, he was also drafted in the 37th round by the Detroit Tigers, but he never signed there. It is an interesting alternate timeline option, though. One more development from high school was meeting the love of his life, Brittany Matthews. Although she wasn't sure he was more than a friend at first, they ended up together by his junior, her senior year. She went to Texas to play soccer, and he went to Tech, but the two made the relationship work long distance. It was originally Mahomes' intention to let his versatility shine in college, but unfortunately, Pat's shot with the Red Raiders baseball team ended pretty swiftly, with 2 walks, 1 hit batter, 3 earned runs and no outs on the mound, and an 0-2 line at the plate, leading him to eventually make football his one full-time gig. Let's just say that was a good choice. As a freshman, Mahomes saw the field for the first time when starter Davis Webb got injured against Oklahoma. He would start his first game against Texas after Webb sustained another injury and have his coming out party against Baylor, setting a Big 12 freshman record with 598 yards passing and 6 touchdown passes. Straight video game numbers. His brilliance also led Webb to eventually transfer to Cal and get out of his way. As a full-time starter in his sophomore year under Coach Cliff Kingsbury, the nutty stats and eye-popping plays continued. Mahomes led the Red Raiders to a 7-6 record, an improvement from the previous year's 4-8. Pat passed for over 4,600 yards and 36 touchdowns and added over 400 yards and 10 touchdowns on the ground. Although his team didn't have much success the next season in 2016, Mahomes' junior year saw his gaudy numbers reach an even higher level, if that's possible. He went for over 5,000 yards and 41 touchdowns through the air. His game against Baker Mayfield at Oklahoma was an all-timer, despite losing, seeing Patrick set an FBS single-game record for yards with 819, and he tied a single-game record for passing yards with 734. Despite a 5-7 record, he was given the Sammy Baugh Award for the nation's top passer and announced that 3 spectacular years in college was enough. It was time for the NFL. It's hard to imagine now, but Mahomes was not a surefire pro prospect. Yes, he'd be a first-round pick, but scouts saw some issues. The biggest among them were a lack of deep ball accuracy, patience in the pocket, mobility in the open field, and even picking up the playbook.
the offense that he ran, being able to drop, from under center, and being able to use the terminology of the play calling. I mean, that's one of the things that I've seen that a lot of quarterbacks struggle with going to that next level.
His NFL comp was, get this, Jay Cutler. No disrespect to Smokin' Jay, but I'm speechless. No need to expand on that. Patrick's arm strength would stick out at the NFL Combine, where he tied a record for the fastest pass ever seen there at 60 miles an hour.
All right, Pat, let's go, big boy. Oh, there it is. 62. There we go. I had to throw it out of the stadium. Hey, I had to throw it out of the stadium to get 60.
He had 18 private workouts and team visits, the most by any prospect in the 2017 class. The NFL seemed curious to find out whether the kid was just pure arm talent or something far greater. On the day of the draft, the Chiefs bet on the latter. Despite already having an above-average starting quarterback in Alex Smith, they traded up 17 spots in the first round to make sure the kid from Tyler put on red and white.
With the 10th pick in the 2017 NFL Draft, the Kansas City Chiefs select Patrick Mahomes, the second quarterback.
It is Patrick Mahomes, the second. Not Deshaun Watson. That was the apple of the Reed-Dorsey eye in Kansas City. That's the quarterback of the future that they're putting the eggs in the Mahomes basket.
After 3 straight playoff exits at the hands of the Patriots, Steelers, and Titans, Kansas City was ready to break through their offense's glass ceiling. But despite the frustration, this pick wasn't a sure thing. Many wondered if they picked the right quarterback, or even if they should have chosen one at all.
If you're the Chiefs and you're that close, and you can certainly fill holes to put you over the top, why are you drafting a quarterback? Why are you trading up to draft a quarterback that doesn't just have bad footwork, has no footwork?
I mean, I think what is clear is I think Alex Smith can get to a Super Bowl. We've seen that. He's a Kyle Williams punt return to fumble away from getting to a Super Bowl.
There are some pretty good teams that spend a lot of time. Teams that needs quarterback. Okay, Cleveland, San Francisco, Chicago, the Jets that said, no, we don't think this guy's good enough. Now, that's got to give you a little pause. I think they recognize Alex Smith is what he is, and I don't know that we can do much more. Now, you'll never hear them say that, and he's our guy and whatever, but I think they recognize this is as good as we're going to be with Alex Smith.
Alex Smith was good, but he'd never been great. Patrick, on the other hand, well, I think we've seen this gamble pay off rather nicely. Thanks for watching. Leave a like and comment, and let us know what you'd like our next Chiefs video to cover. Peace.